During the 2004 Boxing Day tsunami, a 30-metre wave hit the coast of Indonesia and 12 other countries, killing hundreds of thousands of people. It remains one of history's greatest natural tragedies. By the end of 2014, over 3 million Syrian refugees had fled their war-torn country, and an estimated 200,000 had been killed. In response to these and similar crises, the Australian government and non-government organisations have given life-saving aid to people in need. You may have seen the food and supplies distributed as a television news crew reports the latest humanitarian disaster. But emergency relief like this is only one part of how Australian government and NGOs contribute to effective global aid and development. The first and most common type of aid is that given through non-government organisations, groups like World Vision or Red Cross. When Australians give to organisations like World Vision, we enable them to run sustainable development programs with communities. This improves the health, agriculture, income and education outcomes for the community or their children. It also allows them to respond to humanitarian emergencies and provide support for people in refugee camps or otherwise affected disasters. In fact, in 2014, Australian support allowed World Vision to run sustainable education, income and health initiatives for 14.6 million children across more than 50 countries. In 2013, Australians gave an estimated $900 million in aid and development to NGOs. To put this into perspective, in that same year, we also spent an estimated $1.8 billion on pet food, $10 billion on alcohol, and $20 billion on gambling. The second and largest type of aid is provided by the federal government. All Australians contribute via our taxes. Each year, the federal government sets aside a fraction of our budget to provide bilateral aid. That's aid given from one country's government to another to address human poverty and human well-being. That money gets used to do some pretty incredible things. In fact, Australian aid helped to provide 50,000 new teachers in Myanmar, 22 million vaccinations in Syrian refugee camps, clean water for 500,000 Indonesians, and 4.6 million textbooks to budding students across the Pacific. Every day, Australian bilateral aid is making a significant impact in the lives of people just like you, giving them the opportunity to build a better future for their children. It also builds our strategic geopolitical relationship with neighbouring countries. The third and last type of aid is multilateral aid. It's similar to bilateral aid, but instead of going to one country, the Australian government gives money to a global organisation like the World Health Organization or GAVI, which helps to run major projects around the world. For example, in 2014, Australia gave $53 million to GAVI to provide life-saving vaccinations to 1.8 million people. Around the world, countries have banded together to try to eradicate extreme poverty. Through the Millennium Development Goals, governments and non-government organisations, together with communities around the world, have made significant progress in addressing suffering and extreme poverty. In 2016, with the launch of the Sustainable Development Goals, that work continues. Effective aid and development has helped to halve extreme poverty in the last 20 years. While there's still more work to be done, NGO, bilateral and multilateral aid is working to improve human well-being in some of the most disadvantaged communities in the world.